There's an old story that said that Zhang Sanfeng, the legendary inventor of Tai Chi, loved to do his Tai Chi in the dark of night. So tonight, we're going to do Tai Chi in the dark. Hi, I'm David-Dorian Ross. Welcome to the garden outside the Cherry Blossom Studios. Today is day number 34 of 100 days of Tai Chi, and I'm welcoming you. We got a lot of stuff going on today. Today we're going to learn the next in the series of movements, which is called brush knee in a twisted step. We actually have two of them, although we start in a kind of unique place. Also, we have a great continuation of yesterday's question of the day, which was about music. So we're going to talk about music, we're going to talk about brushing the knee in a twisted step, and we're going to do it all in the dark. And that's all coming up right after this. The movement in today's lesson is another repeat, something that we've done, oh gosh, a zillion times. Brush knee in a twisted step, and there's two of them in a row this time, so we're going to double those up. You'll get a 2-for-1 in today's lesson, but I want to demonstrate it so you can see the different place that we start. I'm going to have to start out, we're facing away from you for that end of that first kick, but then I'm going to turn around and do it and go in the other direction, so don't get lost. By the way, let me pause right here and talk a little bit about kicking. Almost every one of the 3 kicks that we've learned so far, I've gotten a question or a message from one of the viewers saying, boy, do I have to kick this high? Do I have to be good at kicking? Can I skip this kick? And I so sympathize. I completely left out a very important point about this. And that is that the kick does not have to be high at all. The point of this movement in this routine is not to show off how high you can kick. In fact, it is something that we develop through consistent practice. You don't start out getting really tall kicks and that proves that you can do good Tai Chi. You do good Tai Chi and that gives you a better kick. Get lost. Watch me one time and then we'll turn back and we'll break it down together. All right, now let's take a look at the breakdown here. Breakdown really starts with the end of the kick. And at the end of the kick, the knee bends in and pauses for a moment before stepping down into a new bow step. The continuation of that is to sit back, turn the waist towards the left, step through to a new bow step. And on each one of those bow steps, you're pushing forward to brush the knee in a twisted step. Right? So that's pretty easy, that's pretty familiar. But here's what's different. At the end of this kick, when that knee folds in, I'm going to maintain my arms in the outstretched kick position, except for the right hand, which is going to sweep in and down. Then the left hand joins it as it arcs out to the side. Step down with that melting elbow, brush the knee, and push. The next step is the same as we've always done. Sit back, turn, the left hand arcs to the side, brush the knee, and push. Right? All right, let me do that facing you here, and I'm going to flip the camera so that you can see this in the mirror position. So in the mirror position, I'd actually be sort of sideways facing over my shoulder with that kick. Just going to do a little kick here. Fold in, the right hand floats down and around, and then step. Now, notice the coordination between the melting elbow and the stepping out. So these two things happen together. Then the center of gravity shifts forward, the hand pushes, and you're in a twisted step. Kicking down towards the ground is fine. Fold that kick in, you're still balancing on one foot. The right hand floats down and around and then melts with that step. Shift the center of gravity forward, brush the knee, and push. Let me just sit back here for a second, because then the next movement is sit back, turn, 45 degrees by the way, step up and through, melt that elbow with the step, brush the knee, and push. Got it? All right, one more time. Take a look at how it looks all together. And that'll be good for one day, don't you think? All right. We're at the end of turn and kick. Small kick is just fine. Fold that knee in. Right hand circles down. The two hands arc to the side. Melt that elbow and push. Sit back. Turn. Step through into a twisted step. Well done. Take a break. We'll talk in a minute. So yesterday I asked the question, what was your favorite type of music to do Tai Chi to? What's your favorite type of music and have you done Tai Chi to it? And actually I get questions like this all the time, and a little bit of a challenge from many teachers and Tai Chi students who think that, maybe it's not okay to do Tai Chi to music, particularly contemporary music. But in point of fact, doing Tai Chi, playing Tai Chi as we call it, to musical accompaniment is quite traditional. We've already learned a movement in our routine called Shohui Pipa, to play the pipa. Now the pipa is a stringed instrument in the Chinese orchestra, like a lute, I said, and it has this wonderfully rippling kind of sound when you play it. And in point of fact, the pipa is used to compose music specifically for the accompaniment of Tai Chi. So very traditionally, you would do Tai Chi to this kind of music. Regardless of those traditional types of movement, or traditional types of music, you can choose music based on a couple of different specific criteria. Number one, does it set a tone? For example, perhaps you're at a performance or you're just practicing in your backyard and you want to set a tone of quiet and calm and even tempo. So you should pick music that portrays that. A lot of my friends, in fact, David Carr yesterday wrote in the comments that he liked classical music, and very often classical music provides this kind of even tone and calm feeling for your Tai Chi practice. On the other hand, as I said yesterday, my favorite kind of music is old school R&B. There's just something really that touches me deep down inside about connecting with other people, joining hands across the world, standing up for justice, etc. And this is very traditional in martial arts as well, so it kind of evokes that feeling for me. Other people listen for music that has just joy, pure joy and happiness in it. And here's the thing. From day to day in your practice, you could pick different kinds of music depending upon your mood. Don't have to listen to the same kind of music every single time. So there's a little bit of a tip for you. And once again, it's okay to listen to no music, just the music of nature. Now here's my question of the day for you. Who in your life do you wish was watching this? I talked a little bit about my father when he was in the hospital right after he was diagnosed with cancer, and how his oncologist came by and said he wished all of his patients would do some Tai Chi like I was doing with my father. Well, who do you know in your life? Maybe they're not suffering from cancer or any other kind of disease, but maybe they've been sitting on the easy chair for too long, or they're starting to get to a point where they need some relaxation and calm in their life. Who do you know? And you don't have to mention any names, but maybe you could just give them a nickname and write it into the comments. And along with any other questions that you might have about Tai Chi or about anything that we're doing in this 100 days, I want to say once again, thank you for all those comments. The questions are awesome. If you haven't already done so, you know what to do. Subscribe to this channel, share it with somebody special in your life, and come on over to taijifit.net and see what we're doing over there. And last but not least, I just want to say once again, thank you for the opportunity to share with you. I'm really grateful for that. Have a great evening under the stars, great morning, and I'll see you in tomorrow's lesson.